Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this journey event in Dragon's Claw. Dragon plus red are the type of troops we have to use, but absolutely essential you use the event captain. Huntmaster Arboreus has ×2 magic, and the trait gives you ×2 to ×3 the score. That is the miles which you travel. To get him, you go to the shop and you get yourself at least tier 1 and tier 2. There is the option, of course, to buy that mega tier thing at the front, but you only buy that if you intend to go a really long way in this event. It's much cheaper to just buy tier 1 and tier 2 normally if you're not going to go a long way in this. Tier 2, you get Huntmaster Arboreus guaranteed, and the important thing about this is, well, several things. First of all, he does the damage to an enemy, then creates 3 red gems boosted by dragon allies. So in an all dragon team, this is going to generate loads of red. Typically it will make a 4 match, and if you're not frozen, you will then gain an extra turn and can repeat the process because he can self-charge and do it all over again. Also, third trait, Pathfinder. This is the one, if you get this guy to mythic level, where you get them bonus miles every single time you complete a fight. It makes you go way further in the event, and it is the way to go if you want to try and get the 20,000 miles, or I think it is, for the trophy or the achievement. Tier 3, you can pick up Scaled Blade. This is in the Soul Forge at the moment, but better to buy it with gems. Gems are much easier to come by than diamonds, and you may as well pick it up this way. It's an okay weapon, nothing fantastic, but let's take a look at the team. Now, when you do your battles, you can see the type of opponent you're going to fight initially. Like, this is going to be a Fey type opponent, I think, judging by the symbol, and this one is going to be Angry Bears, and it is indeed. But generally, you always go to the one which is offering you the most miles, because this is 30 miles here and 25 miles there. So we're going to travel much further by doing this option here, because remember, we get that ×3 bonus from our Huntmaster Arboreus. Now, the team I'm going to use here, there are a couple of different options. You can go about it the same way. Now, Divinia is useful for just so many reasons. Explodes all red gems, which generally we're not going to need because our mana generator is going to be our Huntmaster Arboreus. And it does actually cleanse all allies and give them life at the same time, which is really useful if you're a newer player, but useful to everyone no matter what your level. Is that third trait, Dragon's Blessing. Cause a random positive status effect on a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. So remember, when we loop with this, we are going to be getting loads of 4 or 5 gem matches. So every time we do that, we're going to be getting a random status effect thanks to Divinia. But the way this team is going to work mainly is through Shegra, creating 7 red gems, then convert all red gems to skulls, and burns a random enemy when matching red gems, which we'll be doing an awful lot, of course. So lots of skulls, and we can do lots of damage at the same time. Going to use Eruption of Roses. It's a pretty handy weapon, but it does explode green gems, which is going to charge up the team and Huntmaster Arboreus if we need it at the same time. And then summons a Fey troop, which could come in handy if we lose a troop down the line at some point. But also has Tangling if you have this upgraded. The second benefit there. Tangling, you're going to entangle the top troop when you cast this, which again keeps ourselves safe from any potential skulls. But with Shegra, there's no need to actually cast randomly. If you've got a lineup of skulls and red 4 in a line, then because it creates 7 red gems first, then converts red to skulls, 4 red gems and skulls in a line, providing you're not frozen, you are going to get an extra turn out of that. Pretty simple to use, should be fairly effective at the same time. Banner, we're going to go for +2 red, +1 brown, -1 purple. Meteor Banner. Dragon Guard class, really good class for this. All dragons gain 1 life and magic on 4 or 5 gem matches, which we'll be doing a lot. Reduce damage from skulls by 40%. Talent trees, Stonewall is pretty good. Yeah, it's the best one for that. Fireproof, always good. Vanguard, again a barrier at the start. Fire starter, create a firestorm at the start of battle, which is red. Commander, gain 2 to all skills if in first position, which we are. Banishment, really handy. Dispel all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches. Any of those enemies that have got barrier or enchant, anything like that, that takes it away when we get those 4 matches, which again we'll be doing an awful lot with our loopy team. And of course, Fireblade, deal triple skull damage to burning enemies. Now, if you don't have that level 100 Fireblade trait, so you're not going to benefit from that triple skull damage, you can swap out a troop like Divinia for something like Magma Dragon. Magma Dragon will be a really good choice for this as well. Damage to all enemies boosted by red and brown gems, and also conjures a firestorm when its turn begins. A firestorm is red and brown, so that is going to help Magma Dragon itself and Shegra. And also has embers, a 25% chance to convert a red gem to a burning gem when my turn begins. So several options for this, so let's stop the chit chat and get into the actual battles themselves. I always go for the battle which offers you the highest miles. Providing you didn't struggle with the previous battle, always go for the next one up, which offers the most miles. It's going to take you much further in the event. And you can tell which type of opponent you're going to fight as well. This is going to be a Fey type battle, I would have thought, looking at the symbol. And this would be Angry Bears. So we're going to fight some Angry Bears. Right, let's dive in and actually do some scraps. There you go, we've got a firestorm at the start. Red gems fall more than the other colours, and we've already got our Pathfinder troop up. It may not loop absolutely immediately, because even though we've got a boost of plus 12 on those red gems, there's not many red gems there to start with, but we'll give it a go anyway, and we'll get rid of someone a bit annoying. So that's self-charged, so you can do it again, and again, and again. Obviously, if you had Magma Dragon here, you could use Magma Dragon to just damage all opponents and take them out that way. And the cool thing is, even though it's in second place, again, always fight the one with the highest miles. You can get your Eruption of Roses up, so if on the odd rare chance that it doesn't actually self-charge or generate much red, they manage to miss somehow, you can cast your Eruption of Roses afterwards and pick up a load of mana that way. Got a barrier, so I'm not too concerned about that. Skull hit at the bottom there, which I decided not to take. Let's cast our Eruption of Roses. Let's get some of that mana. Thanks to the storm that made a format. You can leave that troop at the top now. So if you didn't want to cast a Shegra, you can actually pick on these other opponents first. Take them out in opposite order. Don't take out the first one first, because we've cast our Eruption of Roses to get the entangle to make ourselves safe, and just pick everyone off and know that you're safe if there was a skull match for the opponent. So nice and safe at the beginning. Let's give Shegra a bit of action. And of course, every time we match red, we burn someone with Shegra. And when we cast Shegra, we're going to be getting that awesome triple skull damage. This is going to be more effective on the later levels. Not so much on the early ones. On the early levels, you could even swap out Divinia for Magma Dragon. That'd be really, really effective. Charge the team up nice and quick. Just cast Magma Dragon for the early stages. For Shegra, you're looking for things like this. This literally cannot miss. Not interested in taking this 4 match there because we're ready next round because of the enchantment. All those 4 matches, remember, we're getting from Divinia. We're getting status effects on all our team all over the place, every single 4 match. Cause a random positive status effect on a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. Really, really cool. What should we do now? We'll cast our Eruption of Roses. Let's pick on them. See, she didn't actually charge them. This is where Divinia comes in handy. You can now explode all those red gems. We got an extra turn out of that. Can we give Shegra a bit of action? Not guaranteed, because this is what I'm saying, you see, because there's no 4 match in a row with red and skulls. So Shegra can, in theory, miss. It's unlikely with this many red, but it can happen, but we'll give it a go anyway. There we go, we wipe through the opponent pretty easily. 19 miles travelled. Next one, highest one is this one here, 75 miles. To show a couple more battles. But yeah, this is going to be a nice team because you can keep yourself safe when you cast Eruption of Roses by keeping the top troop entangled and then loop with your Pathfinder, or you can go for it with the skulls. It's entirely your choice. Right, what we got? Let's might as well grab some red and a bit of yellow at the same time. Let's get rid of that top troop. That's dangerous, Pycea. Now, when you got all this red, again, let's go for it with Shegra. Let's cause a bit of excitement. Bish, bash, bosh, you're dead. So are you. And you only just survived by the skin of your teeth, so be on your way. Right, what's the next one? 30 miles down here. Just do a couple more battles and call the video a day. Pointing at the video, you are a day. It's got the entangle going. Now we can either loop with this first, pick on the Valraven, get those extra sigils in the bag. Now if you want to go for it with Shegra, you can. Like I say, I do like the option on the early stages, especially if you're a newer player, of just casting a couple of times on the Pathfinder troop. Absolutely, pretty much guaranteed to get rid of it, and if you don't loop, then you're going to be safe from potential skulls. Watch this, loads of red there, loads of skulls. You can cause a bit of excitement and go wild with Shegra. Lots of options to run with this team. And status effects all over the place because of those 4 matches. Courtesy of Divinia. What should we do? Should we cast this? Not a huge amount of green there, but enough. Shegra viable for a cast straight away? Yeah, not really. Can go for it, but there's not a huge amount there. So let's get our Pathfinder troop ready. We're already safe from skulls. So you can, like I say, they've got the option. You can go loopy with that. You can get the mana back for that. Don't cast your Eruption of Roses now, because the first red will automatically feed straight back into that Pathfinder, making sure they get first dibs on that lovely mana. Let's give Shegra the glory. Two journey sigils. Oh, pressed the button then by accident. So again, a nice straightforward event to play this one, and it's oddly enjoyable. Do quite like the journey event. Right, so we'll grab that. And one of them. Shegra's ready to go, so's Divinia, so's the Pathfinder. You can target whoever you think is the most annoying opponent. Lots of red there. Not too many skulls though. Should work okay, but yeah. The idea with this team is you actually loop with the Pathfinder, so the idea of the event is you loop with the Pathfinder, to be fair. But let's give Shegra a bit of action. Go on, do your stuff. See, you managed to miss. I didn't look. So you do have to be careful with Shegra, especially if you're a newer player. Don't just take things for granted that because there's some red and some skulls there that things are going to work out. It doesn't always go that way. Make sure that there's those 4 matches available first. Right, let's just do some goblin fights here against the goblins. Gobble them up. You can't come to my pub, mate. Not looking like that. Buzz off. Go out, brush your hair, and sort yourself out. Right, what shall I do? Let's get our Pathfinder ready. Pathfinder is the key to this. Our Huntmaster Arboreus. Important to loop on the goblins themselves. Make sure you take a couple of them out before they start looping on you. Go on, Shegra, you really can't fail now. Kaboosh! Right, and there we've finally got the mythic fight. You can see it's a mythic. It's got all the spiky bits on its sigil there. This is going to give you the most miles in one go. And just rinse and repeat and carry on and travel as far as you can. Right, we've got an option for some madness with our Shegra straight away. Should we go for it? Not yet, because we haven't got that triple skull damage. But their top troop is ready to cast. So let's go for it with Shegra, see if we can get rid of that top troop straight away. There we go. Job's a good one. They got sent packing. Let's cast this, generate mana for the team. Take out the Dicky Bird at the same time. Bosh them on the head with the Pathfinder troop, and yeah, it's over for them. But there it is. There's the video. That's the team I'm going to use for this. Really nice event. I do enjoy this one. More sigils, more stuff, collective rewards as you go along if you want to. But there's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, be really cool of you if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.